Hey, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Grandpa's not a financial planner, and if you would please like, share, and subscribe. Well, we had a fun, wild day today. I don't know how fun it was, but it was stressful. Um, Grandpa ended up in the green, and I believe uh, my guys did, but however, not too much on anything. I'm gonna go through that chart, and we had. I'm almost thinking I must have made some kind of error. I just don't know yet on reading the candles, and I'm gonna go back through that. I had a good nap this afternoon, so I'm going to go through that this evening, and I'm going to do a follow-up video uh, on a live stream on the open today and what happened there. We turned out okay, but I just want to go through that a little more in a follow-up live stream probably tomorrow sometime. Okay, so what happened today? We had a high in test. Oh, we're gonna go through. I'm gonna give you the opening price for Monday. I've been right on several times in a row, so knock on wood. I'm actually getting. I do a lot of calculating, and but anyway, we're gonna go through that opening price. We're gonna talk about divergence. Yes, we got divergence again, and it's not pretty. I can tell you that. So it will give you, and we had divergence the other day, lower volume on higher prices, and it starts adding up, and all of a sudden she lets loose, and it's bearish on that part. But it doesn't mean it will happen right away on Monday. Uh, Sometimes it takes a few days to develop. And of course, we're going to cover the range. We're going to cover the range for the upside, and we're going to cover the range for the downside. And I think we got a pretty good handle on it. So let's get going here. Um, excuse me. High today of 232.67. Remember, Grandpa kept saying, watch 233. If we can close above 233, this thing could be off to the races, okay? But and that's really where the true resistance, the strong, that's the breaking point. That we need to not just put a wick through it, and we haven't done that yet for a long time. That's your number right there. And we had a low today at 226.32, and we closed at 230.29. So very respectable close there. Okay, let's talk range here quick. On the upside for Monday, you got some resistance at 230.50 that it's banging around. And currently the price is right at 230.10, and you know we're trying to get back through that 230.50 again, and we did today. Obviously, we went up all the way to 230.267, but 233 on the upside. Followed by 237.50 is resistance, followed by 240. And I think 240 would pretty much top us out come Monday. And that would probably be with a wick up there. I don't anticipate it closing up there, period. I don't think it's going to close above 233 on Monday, but that's only Grandpa's opinion, okay? I think we're going to hold it. I think we're going to hold it 233 area predominantly for next week. However, come the following week, either by Friday or the following Monday, Tuesday type of deal, I think we may have a close above that 233. But that's getting quite a ways out, and it's a lot of opinion on Grandpa's part. Okay, so range to the downside. Well, we have support at 224.50 on the bottom side. 218 area, because that's where our trend line is. That goes back 3 years, is pretty much around that 218 area now, and that will act as support. And then we have support at 214.50, and of course 210, and we're not going to see that anytime real quick here. So divergence, let's do that. What happened with divergence? We got a warning. Volume decreased today by 13 million shares. That's a bunch, considering our volume was already low, because we went down 11 million the other day. So on Friday we went down 13 million shares. We had a total of 59 million shares total traded, and the overall average is 90.5 million shares. So we're running down there ways. That's like 2/3 of regular. But she can go up and down quite a bit with low volume. So, but however, I did mention the other day that I thought we were going to start tightening up on the range, and we did see some of that today. The range today from high to low was $6.35. So it's getting a little bit tighter, and that's how that goes, $6.35. I think, we may start seeing some, as we fight this war up at the 233 area through next week. I could see us having, that $5 to $7 range even again. $5.50, $5 range from high to low, up to in the $7 range. So we had $6.35 today, and then when she breaks out of it eventually in a week or two, up or down. And nobody knows that yet, then then you get to see your $10, $20 move, and it'll probably gap down or gap up $10 overnight before it does it. So that's what I've seen in the past. Okay, so what isn't Grandpa telling you yet? Okay, so the opening price on Monday is going to be, and Grandpa's been calculating, and I calculated some more. I believe it's going to be $229.75. $229.75. So about 50 cents from where we closed, 50, 60 cents from where we closed is where I think we're going to open. And it's going to, I don't know if you'd call that a gap down, but that's just a tiny one. Let's see. The range for Monday. The overall range I expect to see on the extreme edges, and you can be off on this a little bit. It's not written in stone. 219.50, which would coincide with that trend line that's been coming down for 3 years on the bottom side. 219.50 on the bottom side to 240 on the top side. And I just, that's the extreme corners, and I'm leaning more between the um, 224.50 area to 233. I think we're going to see most of our trading. 225 to 233. That's $8 range, and I don't know that we'll see a $8 range even. Possible, but it might be like 227 and to 233 type of deal. Would probably be a little bit more. 226 to 233 would probably be a little more realistic. What I think is, but it's Grandpa's opinion, okay, on that part. Just let's see. I know I'm forgetting to tell you something here. Possibly. Maybe not. That might be it. So opening price of 229.75. And I think, the dominant trend. Yes, the dominant trend is up. I will show you that quickly. And it's important to know, but that's the dominant trend near term, okay? I'm not talking when Tesla's going to go to $5,000 a share. Grandpa's very bullish on Tesla long term, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the dominant trend is currently up, and the reason that is because we have a buy signal in the daily, the weekly, and the monthly. This is the daily. Here's our trend line coming down for 3 years. We snapped through it here up to 271, somewhere here, up over here. We got up to 271, broke through it. We're having a complete war at this line still. And currently we're on the top side. When we're on top of the line, it acts as support. That's where you have the 218 area that Grandpa's talking about for support on the bottom side. And when it gets below it, it acts as resistance again. But it's continually going down. It's getting easier for us to break it. And after we break it enough, the Tesla will eventually go up. So that's the way it is. Let's see. We'll look at the weekly quick. Weekly, we're in a buy signal. We're above it. We're looking good there. And, of course, the monthly. And the monthly is a buy signal. I shouldn't say it's above anything. It's weekly's a buy signal, the monthly and the daily. So the near-term trend, dominant trend, is up. So keep that in mind when Grandpa talks you into going short. So, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do a follow up on that Friday opening where we had some excitement. You can go back and watch that live stream. It was, at least just watch the first part of it. It was pretty wild this morning. Grandpa wasn't wild and nobody else was wild, but the signals were wild. The reverse engulfing candle, and I think I might have misread one of them, but I can't say yet. I don't even know myself until I really go through candle by candle what happened there. And if I made a mistake, I will tell you all about it tomorrow. And if I didn't make a mistake, I will tell you all about it tomorrow. I think I might have. I just don't know for sure yet. Okay, so that'll be exciting to hear about. Did Grandpa make an error? Is that why Jeff only made $30? And Grandpa made 124. Let's see. And Let's see. DLA, he made $47. They we got out of our stuff with the profit, but it wasn't pretty. And it's worth knowing and it's worth understanding those candles. Hey, let's see. Hey, think about a charity. Think about a charity once in a while. Grandpa does. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.